we started off with William on the piano. Try to speak a bit louder, William, and don't go from foot to foot. When you came back later on with your trumpet in your hand, your announcing was much stronger and more confident. I don't know if it was the trumpet in your hand or just the horrible thing of having to stand next to Mr. Ian while he spoke and you were standing there. So I'm not going to judge you by that first one, but just get used to speaking, because I'm sure you're going to perform a lot more. Fantastic fluent playing. You understood the weighting of the hands individually and the getting volumes out of that piano. There was never once did you bang that piano, but the volumes were definitely all the way from double forte to double piano and every step in between, and that really is a skill. It's a well-known piece that you played with a sense of maturity way beyond your years, so well done. In the programme. Obviously we didn't hear him play next because of the reed issue, but I thought, Alan, you handled the situation with the reed impeccably. You tried to sort it out, it wasn't possible, you left the stage, you weren't in a flat, you came back later as if nothing had happened and sorted it out. And that happens sometimes with reed instruments or instruments with mechanical things, and you handled it absolutely superbly, so congratulations on that element. It in no way affected your performance. then yes, you have a beautiful sense of line and style when you play the saxophone. You really understood that piece and the sort of improvisatory feel to some of the runs. And yeah, you just sold it really well. What was interesting was the difference. You were obviously very good at understanding many different styles, because Chardas at the end was a very different piece altogether, and both of them, you were managed to swap between those two worlds perfectly. But yes, just a beautiful shape and a really improvisatory feel. We really enjoyed it. Well done. Daniel singing. If you were watching online earlier on, Daniel played the piano for pretty much everybody in the category earlier on. He's got a very excellent skill for just being able to look at the words and a couple of chords and play the piano, which will make him very much in demand. So that was he had important extra tasks today, and he carried out those really well. But in his own right, he got through with his singing of the piece Still, which was so evocative. He absolutely, all the words were conveyed with great meaning, and outstanding dynamics, right from the very, very quiet, where the articulation was beautiful at the quieter dynamics, to a really full sound. There was never loss of quality of sound on the louder sections. So it was just very pleasant to listen to, even though with a microphone, you can, if you overdo it, you can go, oh, just for a second. None of that. Enormous dynamic contrast, but all completely controlled. So well done, Daniel. And then we had Davide on the guitar. You spoke really, really well. That was really nice. We had talked earlier on in the day about the fact that Davide did not need the music, and he was going to play from memory, which he did, but he didn't move the stand. But Mr. Meehan came down and moved it, which was the right thing to do. But have the courage, if the stage does not look like you want it to be, you know, you are the star of the show. Make people make it like you want to be. Because you played beautifully from memory, and not having that there just brought us into your performance even more. It was extremely fluent playing, and you're so musical. You have a really nice sense of balance between the parts and really good dynamic contrasts between, you know, your pianos and your fortes. They are really magnificent, which sometimes can be hard. Some things can be quite quiet on the guitar, but actually you can bring out lots of different colours, which was really good. Well done.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there waiting for me. If I could fly like birds on high and straight to her arms, I'd go sailing. She's far beyond the stars, she's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I go sailing. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'd go sailing. Goodbye sailing, so long sailing, bye bye sailing.
And then we had Isty singing for us. Isty had the only, I gave, the way I marked it was 10 marks for sort of the fluency and how it came off, 10 marks for the musicality, and 5 marks for your stagecraft, because Mr. Meehan wanted this evening to have a lot more about stagecraft in it. Isty was the only 5, and I'm sure you all agree with me that he has got a real stage presence, and then you were all sort of laughing and joking with him, and he just sells it really well. So if you can all learn from Isty, that is a great skill, and some of it is innate, it's just inside him, you can tell, but there are things that other people can learn. You have a real fluency and just a laid-back style that suits this sort of music. Great dynamics, great articulation, there was a moment when you almost came in the wrong place, but that didn't throw you. I bet most people wouldn't have even noticed it. And you've just got such a stage presence about you. That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to seeing more of you in the future. Well done, Isty. And good rapport, maybe even louder for the deaf people at the back. This was a fantastic playing. How it's possible to just bang something but make it have a different sound was so it matched every word in the music. That's a skill in itself. And Zac really had that. It matched the music and the words and the timbre of everything that was going on perfectly. The same thing as I said earlier, you have no margin for error in your playing when you're playing to a backing track. You've just got to be in the right place at the right time, and Zac pulled that off magnificently and with endless changes of timbre to match the words and the orchestration at the time. So well done, Zac. trumpet. The next two were people that you saw twice, and that's because I was quite firm about the fact that each category was individually chosen. I didn't choose somebody else because somebody else was, oh, they're already in. That's just not a fair way to work. So if somebody deserved to be in twice, they were in twice. And it wouldn't have been fair if somebody played their stronger instrument second and they'd already gone through those. Anyway, so that's why you're seeing Will and Alan twice, because they deserve to be in twice, because they just happen to be musicians, outstanding musicians on more than one instrument. So you spoke louder and better when you had your trumpet in your hand, Will. So maybe when you're going to play piano, you just need to take your trumpet, put it down on the piano. It'll become your little feature. Watch out for the cleanliness of a tap at the beginning. I don't know if you had the chance to go out and warm up at all. Just for speaking at the beginning of some of the notes, it's really hard on a brass instrument to go into it. But you really understand the structure of this piece, the style of the period, and it's just a very mature performance. You understand Hummel perfectly, and we really enjoyed it. Well done. announcing again. The fluency of your bowing is excellent. It's all really clean on the faster sections, very good double stopping and harmonics, and you really understand this piece, the difference between the much more ad-lib opening and then the much more structured, absolutely rhythmically accurate second section. It's a well-known piece, so it's hard to put it off, but today we heard a fantastic performance of that piece. Well done. I could have given the prize today to, I think, probably about 4 people in this category, and it would have been absolutely fine to do so. I'm not allowed to give 2 prizes, apparently. I think we mentioned that, haven't we? So on this occasion, but as I say, it might have been different on another day, the winner is William on his piano.